Hello Taurus, this is Olivia from DOS Tarot. I'm here to do your reading for July the 20th through the 25th, which is all of next week. I did go ahead and pull the tarot cards, and I also pulled two of the oracle cards as well. The first card that came out from the oracle is empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Empathy. We all know people that are empaths. Is that what they call them? People that are real sensitive and they can pick up on energies from other people. They can almost know before even talking to somebody. They almost can just pick up on that energy and know a lot about that person within just a short period of time. And then you have the shaman, which is trust in higher forces. Shaman. I think that's from India. I don't think it's Native American. I don't think so. But trust in higher forces. And you know, Taurus, you are already psychic. You have strong psychic abilities. For sure you have the intuition, which is part of this card here because of the purple color here. In tarot, that means intuition. And you do have a lot of it. You do. Looking at your side, and then this is your person's side, it looks like you were juggling something that was just really hard on you. It was very straining. Probably more so mentally and maybe emotionally as well. But there's an end to that. There's an end to that. That's not going to be anymore. And it could be that you had to drop something in order for that to be eliminated. And once that was done, you were enlightened. You had been in the hanged man mode, but now you're in the reverse, which means now you know. You know what happened. You know the lesson. You learned it. So there was something really powerful that you weren't able to drop. So then the devil steps in, or death, I should say, I'm sorry. Death steps in and says, look, this can't continue like this. It's going to kill you. And so in a way, it's a divine card. I don't know how to word it, but it's there for our own protection a lot of the times. A lot of the times. Now, if this is your person or your situation, there is somebody here that's actually either opening up, or it could be that they're letting go of something. Because in the upright, they're holding on really tight. And now it could be their money. It could be their heart. It could be their thoughts. It could be anything that they're letting go of. And then this card here talks about somebody that's not very interested at this point. If this is your person over here and this was part of your juggling, this person here, this could be the person that you had to drop. It could very well be. And the only reason why I say that is if and they may have let you go, or vice versa. It doesn't matter either way. If they let you go, you were okay with that. And this is what brought this in. Because you didn't need all that juggling going on. It doesn't mean you guys, it sounds like you guys probably weren't living together. You didn't live in a close vicinity of each other. And it probably was just something that just had to end with time. But discontent is the way this person is feeling now. They're not really, they're still looking at the 3 cups of situations where, you know, that never happened. I mean, let me rephrase that. The 3 of cups are dry. There's no love in them. It's situations that this person has seen and he feels like, or her, feels as if it's the same thing over and over and over again. And with the divine handing this person a cup of love for a soulmate, they're not even interested because they're still stuck on looking at this. They could be stuck looking at you. You know, maybe this is the last cup that was you, Taurus, and they just can't get their minds off of it. or their heart's off of it. They're still recovering. It does sound like they're really still recovering. You would have already recovered because you went through the death and the rebirth already. So if this was your person, they didn't get that. They didn't get this. I don't know if that means they dropped you or you dropped them. Because this is letting go and this is drop. Well, in reverse it would be dropping something. But I'm assuming that because you didn't drop it, this is why death stepped in. And like I said, you are enlightened, you learned your lessons. Now this person here is still in heartache over the situation, I'm sure. It was very hurtful. But it was the truth that needed to come out. And like I said, it could have been either one of you that made that decision, or it could have been a combination of both. Could have been. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, which talks about perseverance. It's got that get up and go energy. You know, don't stop now. But it's also very exhausting as well, because it's like you're always having to be on guard. Either you or your person. This card actually could be both of you, to be honest, when it's a you and them. It could be both of you have that energy where you just accept it and keep going. Let's clarify. I want to find out about that Two of Pentacles. Is this something that you had to end up letting go of? And is this a person? Is this what this is about? A relationship that ended in heartache? Okay. Oh, yeah. This was definitely a burden. And like I tell you guys, with this, see that tall hat that this person is wearing? That tells me that their mental ability was so strained. It's like you're almost like living two lives, keeping both of them juggled. It's hard enough nowadays just to even have one life, much less to have to deal with another life, and especially if you're not even together. Because I don't feel that there was a togetherness here. And it was very burdensome. But with that being said, you're almost complete with the goal of being complete, or being done with the situation, with it being in reverse. Now there was a judgment call. And when it's in reverse, that means that someone called a judgment on it. Could have been you, could have been them. And in reverse, it talks about you, Taurus, needing to have the ability to look at your past, and they're looking to see if you realize what happened. Do you accept that, and do you acknowledge it, and then also to let it go? But perhaps maybe you haven't learned the lesson yet. And it could be because it's still in the process of ending. Until it ends completely, then this will turn in the upright, which will give you justice. The justice card would be out next, or close within this vicinity. Whoa, okay. There's some truths here, and there's some secrets. There's something that's not being revealed, and it's from you. What are the secrets that aren't being revealed? Is there still a love for this person, but you just had to let them go? And maybe you didn't reveal that to them? That's my first thought. Or maybe the path to them is too hard and too long and too uncomfortable to go down. Was there something in this relationship that made you feel like you weren't able to go to them? It usually talks about fear. Let's get the next card. Yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune. You chose properly. It was good to have the fear because there was something here that wasn't right. And this is why the divine or death steps in and ends a situation for you. You were on the right path, and you still are. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor, which means now that this is going to be done, which it will be soon. Once this is completely done, things will turn in your favor. Things will start happening better for you in your life. Situations will be smoother. Maybe even finding a job if you're looking, maybe that'll come easier. And maybe there will be more money to it because it also speaks about money. And also this is a destiny card. So this situation was supposed to happen. It was lessons for you and for this person. And that's why it happened the way it did. This sounds familiar. Sounds like Pisces in a way, maybe. Okay, so being enlightened and finally learning your lessons, this is good news. This is very good news. But there's also good news coming in to you. It could be something to do with career or work with the wands here. Or it could be a message you hear in your whispered in your ear from the divine, possibly telling you you passed. You made the right decision. Interesting. Something to do with the Queen of Wands, and perhaps maybe that's you, Taurus. Maybe you have the energy of the Queen of Wands, which means you're probably running your own business. You have psychic abilities, and you're very intelligent, and you're very wise. You can be superficial. Sometimes you come across as cold. But overall, you're very smart. This is a working woman. This is somebody that knows how to work. And they don't back down. They have a lot of energy. Their ruling planet basically is the sun, which is Leo. This is Pisces. Ooh, interesting. Nice though. It's nice. I don't see any negativeness there at all. It was something that had to happen, and it was out of your control, to be honest. And then the King of Cups flew out. Now this person could have been somebody that loved you, and you possibly loved them too. But for some strange reason, you guys weren't together. Because with that Two of Pentacles, that tells me you weren't together. You were trying to juggle them and something else. Maybe your own life plus their life, and they're not even near you. Interesting. Let's clarify one more time. See what else we get. The Sun. Oh, that is a nice card to get. So things will start turning better for these people, for this person too. May it be a he or her. It doesn't matter. This is a female, but that's how I describe her. But this is a male, so it could be you female and them male. It doesn't matter. You can flip them, blend them. This person has the Sun card, which tells me before I go there, the King of Cups, we all know that those are their most tender loving, very compassionate. They're probably more like an empath than any of the other kings, because they're able to pick up on the energy of the people around them, which is a lot like an empath, if I'm not mistaken. They have that capability. And remember, it says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. And even though they may have been, maybe they had the agreement that they would let you go, and you decided that, yeah, that's what you wanted to do with them too, they're going to end up having happiness. They're going to have success. The sun is shining on them. They're going to grow in whatever area of life that they need to grow in. Let's find out about this Four of Cups. Oh. So the Seven of Wands is telling us now's the time. There's no more procrastination. Now's the time. You need to act right now. And that means if there is a soulmate here for this person, they need to act on it right now. No delays. No delays. Act now. And there could possibly be there could possibly be for this person an offer of not only love, but a proposal for marriage. But if they don't wake up from that 4, if they're so still stuck on the past with perhaps you, they're not seeing that. But they need to do it now, because that's going to be a missed opportunity if they don't wake up and get out of that self-pitying, wallowing in self-pity. If they don't get out of that, they're going to miss it. They're going to miss an opportunity. Gosh. It's like, wake up, wake up. Now the 3 of Swords, this is definitely still painful. It's still active. There was some truth that was spoken, and it was very hurtful. And it could have been from you. I'm sure it was, Taurus. I'm sure it was. A decision had to be made. It was too much with that 2 of Pentacles. Too much. Burden. Interesting. Yeah. See, they need to take a time out to rest. They're sick. They're not feeling well. They need to take a bit of a time out for sure. Because not only do we have the 3 of Hearts here, we have the 3 of Swords. There's 3 swords here as well. Yes, I know there's a 4th one here. That's for him to grab in case somebody comes in and disturbs him while he's resting or healing. He needs to have healing done. There is something there that there needs to be healing. My throat just got up. Excuse me. Ooh. Let's get the next card. They're not having anxiety as much. They are still losing a little bit of sleep at night, but it is diminishing. It's almost done. So this story is about a divine intervention for your sake, Taurus, and possibly for their sake as well. Maybe there was something here that, with this secret, something not being revealed. That could be you not revealing something to them, or it could be them not revealing something to you. And maybe there was a situation that this person was in that they couldn't get out of. I don't see, I see 1, 3, and yeah, that's not enough for me to say that it was a 3-party. I don't see that. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, let's clarify the 9 of Wands. What is this about? The Hermit in reverse. Now, the Hermit in reverse tells me that somebody is looking for answers within themselves in the upright. But in the reverse, they're looking for other people to give them advice because they don't know how to figure it out on their own. Or they think that's the only way there is to ask other people for advice. And you're not going to always, when it's in reverse, it talks about getting bad advice from others. And what I'd like to see is to have that flipped around so that whoever this is can get internal answers, because we all have that in us. I don't think this is you, Taurus, because I know that you're aware of this. You're so spiritually inclined. You are. You would know that you go within. And there's no strength here either. There's a lack of strength. It's almost like I said a while ago, it's like they're wallowing in their own self-pity, sorrow. They're not snapping out of it. They're stuck. I'm surprised I don't see the Eight of Swords. Let's do the 4-card layout for each of the lines here and see what the potential outcome will be for each of these. And remember, it does say this trust in higher forces. And that's why you don't want to go and get information from other people. They're asking you to trust higher forces, which is when you're looking in yourself, you're asking your higher self, your spirit or your soul, to help you figure out what to do from this point on. What do you need to do? You probably realize that you're stuck. You're stuck here for sure. All right, let's go. Let's go. Somebody's not working on something, and it's probably this person here. They stopped, or it could be that both parties stopped working on the situation. And that's why it possibly could have been a mutual agreement. Remember, the Four of Pentacles in reverse is letting go, and the Two of Pentacles is too much. They probably both decided that it's over, that there's too much work, especially if they're not together. Now this is going to make somebody bitterly angry because they like to have everything not in control, but at least in order. You know, it's upset somebody here for sure. And probably a little angry. And there's no justice for somebody or for both. Let's get another card for that one. Oh. Whoever it was that was, they were only looking for lust. That person will be the one that hurts the most. And it could be this person here because this is on this line and I don't see. This looks like, oh wow. That's why it's so important to walk with integrity. If you're going to do stuff like this, it's going to catch up with you eventually. It is. And that could be what happened here. And the last card for the reading. Oh my gosh, of course. There's some kind of addiction here. And that can be any. And with it being this close to that, I want to say it's a sexual addiction. It could be both parties. It could be. It could be. And somebody's making a proposal to someone, so there's got to, it's going to continue. On the bottom of the deck, oh, the Lovers in the upright. This could have been lovers. Maybe one or the other was married, and lovers, they could be married. It was probably a soul connection too. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this helps you. And until I see you next time, namaste.